What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between? It is your boy, Inconsistency, back at again with some more Draft League content, and I'm about to do something I haven't done before, but I've talked about doing. My first ever draft analysis. You can see I got it all professional, the logo right there. I know a lot of my videos last time said it was season 3, but for the whole league it was season 3, but for the division I was in it was technically only season 2. It was very weird. So I'm not changing those titles, by the way. They're staying the way they are and you can't tell me to otherwise. Okay. But yeah, like I said, we were going to join this league again. As you can see, I've got a nice presentation for it. So technically we didn't even start out in the league because I had some stuff going on, so I couldn't join straight up. But I got that stuff sorted out, and one of the other teams, unfortunately, wasn't very active as much as they should be during the draft phase, so I got to pick up their team mid-draft, which sucks but also doesn't, because you're like, I can work with this. So the first 3 picks I'm gonna show off, I technically didn't pick, but we still enjoy. Alright, first round, Tarakion. Great mon, base 129 attack, base 108 speed, pretty solid typing, pretty alright defenses HP, and the justified ability. Anyone who knows VGC knows how good any of the Swords of Justice trio are in this, just because of justified. Oh boy, my mom's sending me something. Right. So yep, that's good. Next up, we got Turtonator. They picked round 2 Turtonator. I was like, I don't know if that's a round 2 pick you should make, but I also don't mind because I also enjoy Turtonator. Fun fact, I actually wanted Turtonator last season, but I couldn't get it, so we had to stick with Drampa, which honestly wasn't the worst thing that happened. But yep, got amazing defense, pretty alright special attack, pretty okay special defense. Speed, but well, not speed, bad speed, which in VGC isn't. You either have good speed or bad speed, and both of them are still good depending on what kind of team you're running. But yeah, Turtonator, very solid Pokemon, great ability, no crits happening on him, no unfortunate stuff. Fire Dragon, amazing typing. It also gets access to Shell Smash if I want to run Shell Smash for some reason. Yeah. Next up, Bronzor. Not Bronzor, that's the other one. Bronzong. Steel Psychic type, you can see the abilities, very good abilities, except whoever runs Heavy Metal when you can run something that practically nullifies one of your weaknesses. Awesome defenses, and once again, the not so great speed, but luckily there's this thing called Trick Room. So like I said, these first 3 mons, Tarakion, Turtonator, and Bronzong, were not my picks. But honestly, they're pretty good picks, although, like I said, I don't know if Turt was a good round 2 from the guy, but whatever. So now we got a Trick Room setter, who's technically slower than Turtonator. It also gets access to Bulldoze. And what's Bulldoze good against fire types? What does it do? Lower their speed. So there's this item called Weakness Policy. I'm sure anyone who's ever played this game knows where I'm going with this. It also works well with some other another mon that this is when I started drafting, and I just went ham with great mons. Well, one's okay-ish, but and this is the mon that I think it pairs up well with. We drafted the Coco, baby. Everybody loves little Tapu Koko. Young Electric Fairy, Electric Surge, base 130 speed. We have speed and everything. This could be a screen setter, it could be physical or special attacker. Yep. Bronzong can also run screens, but it's going to do that if I'm not running Trick Room, but most of the time it'll probably be running Trick Room. So, yeah, Tapu Koko also gets telepathy. Maybe if I don't want to run terrain for whatever reason, which I know I wouldn't want to run terrain. It's just good. Especially when there are things like a Mungus that gets spored and you can't get spored in electric terrain. And I don't know. Next up we got Thievel. Now, if anyone has watched some of my previous content, y'all know what I can do with the Thievel in terrain. With a justified one. But yeah. It's like, because Thievel do get beat up and it do get unburdened. With unburdened, can pretty much make itself the fastest thing. And with beat up, we raise Tarakion's attack stat 3-fold. Assuming none of my mons die, but yeah. Also gets access, can't get prankstered, which is also good. Can't get what's it called? Mind blank. It gets access to parting shot, which can be good if like there's certain mons that are setting up and I don't want them to be set up because those mons are terrifying. Pretty much any ground type. As you can probably already see, and we'll see later, I don't have, well, at least yet, I'm pretty weak to ground types. But I think I covered for it pretty well with some stuff later down the line. Thievel also gets some okay special moves. Grass Knot, Burning Jealousy, Dark Pulse. I think it gets Nasty Plot too. That's pretty alright. And also, Stakeout can be okay, but we'll probably be running Unburden most of the time that we bring this thing. So, yep. Next up, we got Slowbro Galarian, another Trick Room setter, and also another mon that, if anyone's seen this channel before, knows that I enjoy using in VGC. The slowest mon on my team. It's got base 100 in both attack and special attack, base 95 in HP and defense, at 30 speed, gets quick draw, which can pretty much make it the fastest thing no matter what. Own tempo can be alright. And then Regenerator isn't as good in VGC because you don't swap out a lot because you only have 4 mons. But it can be useful. It's real. Oh, those are my fingers. So really, it's just the scenario, but most of the time you'll be seeing me running quick draw on this thing. With my week 1 match coming up, I've got some pretty cool stuff too. Because this thing is part poison type, so it can also go well with Bronzong, Bulldoze, and Trick Room, and that kind of thing. Next up, we got Thunderous Therian. Now, I wanted to trade this pick out for Xurkitree, because Xurkitree is busted, but then someone drafted and I was like, well, I guess I'll stick with Thunderous, because it's not like it's a bad mon. You can't go wrong with base 145 special attack, but Xurkitree has base like 180 special attack, but you know, whatever. Thunderous will probably be pairing up with Koko most of the time because of the Volt Absorb. So I'm just spamming Discharge with Koko, so Thunderous can just get healing all the time, while also clicking Rising Voltage, which, even though it's not on the ground, it still gets the Rising Voltage benefits of being in electric terrain. It doesn't get the power boost from the terrain itself, but it does get the... It's hard to explain, really. Basically, it doubles the move's power, but doesn't add anything else to that because we're still off the ground. I'm actually planning. I wanted to run something kind of schmixy, but I don't know how well it'll work. I want to try running Iron Ball Thunderous just so I can get that even more boost from Electric Terrain, but that also leaves me very vulnerable to ground type, so it's just like, yeah. But overall, great mons, got great coverage, Grass Knot, Sludge Bomb, Flash Cannon, Dark Pulse, Psychic. So good. Can also run it physical. Technically I can run it physical if I want to, but with the special attack style like that, who's running this thing physical? Base 101 speed, not bad. Not the best, but not bad. Alright, next up, got Young Crocodile. Another mon that I love using in draft in general, not just in VGC. Good typing, ground dark. I needed a ground type or else, because while Thunderous is good, it's also kind of frail. And so I wanted more electric immunity on my team. And also, you can't go wrong with these three abilities like at all. Like Intimidate is such a great ability in draft in general. Moxie is such a great ability in draft in general. And Anger Point is situational but can be amazing. Like I've once ran a team of Urshifu single strike in lead Crocodile, where I just wicked blowed my own Crocodile to give it Anger Point because it's a guaranteed crit. I was going to try and run something similar, but there were no decent mons that got the move that I was looking for in Frost Breath. So it is what it is, but on stats, pretty good attack, pretty good HP, pretty good speed. Yeah, so this thing is just like pretty good mon, especially in draft. Next up, Tangrowth. I have like a lot of physically bulky mons on this squad. Like I probably need more special bulk, but oh well. Got the grass type, got the leaf guard, chlorophyll, and regenerator. I'll probably be running regenerator most of the time because how often are you encountering sun in draft? Or, well, unless it's glorified sun team, but I don't know. Excuse me. I had lunch earlier. I don't know if anyone's running sun this time. I didn't check. But great HP, great defense, solid attack stats on both fronts, kind of bad special defense, kind of bad speed, because it won't underspeed some things, but that's just how it be sometimes. So it can go well in Trick Room, but it depends on the other mons the opponent has. You also get, this is another reason why I draft it, it gets access to Rage Powder, which I didn't know. So if I need something to like maybe set up or get off a Trick Room or anything, I can just have Tangrowth out there to click Rage Powder. So that's pretty swell. Next up, Delabird. I'm not joking here. I drafted Delabird. Why? Because it gets fake out. That's pretty much it. And also I wanted an ice type, but it was like, I wanted Cryogonal because I thought it got Frost Breath, but it didn't. It was just like, doesn't get that. Well, I still wanted something off the ground because, like I said, I have that ground weakness. So I've just been trying to cover for that with Tangrowth and now Delabird. Oop, keep seeing my fingers. I really just need to hold this with their hand. I don't know. Mediocre stats overall, but like I said, it gets fake out. It also gets Helping Hand, which great move in VGC because it'll just boost your other mon's attack power by 1.5 that turn. Is just like, ugh. Also, it gets Destiny Bond, which, like, in my opinion, kind of useful in Dread. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to say words to make it sound like it was that good a pick. Really, it was just a throwaway pick. And honestly, I could probably trade it out for something better. But I've already drafted, and I'm just like, sure, you're on the squad. Why not? He can't just kick Santa off the squad. You can't do that to him. Also, more no sleep. No sleep. And finally, we got our last mon on the squad, Suicune. Would you believe me if I told you I still had points up for this draft? Suicune, great defensive mon, base 100 HP, base 115 in both defenses, 90 special attack, pressure ability. Great defensive mon. Gets access to Tailwind for some reason. Like, aside from more ground coverage, that's pretty much why I grabbed Suicune, was because it gets access to Tailwind. And it's definitely not the best Tailwind setter. Like, I'd probably go to Talonflame, which I had last season. But Suicune is still a great mon. Can probably live most hits and set up that Tailwind. So, yep. Just in case you forgot, here is the whole roster. Tarakion, Turtonator, Bronzong, Tapu, Coco, Thievel. I got a lot of mons that start with T. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Over half my squad starts with the letter T. I don't know why I felt like pointing that out, but I did. Bite me. So yeah, that's pretty much what we got going on. My week 1 battle is probably gonna go up next weekend, considering I haven't actually played it yet. I do have the team built, and I do want to test it, but I don't have anyone to test it with, so it's just like, but yeah. So that's all I got for y'all today. I hope you're all hyped, as I am. And I don't know if you can tell or not from my monotone voice, but yes, I am hyped. So yeah, I will catch y'all another time. Peace.